Okay, boys and girls. I'm just going to say briefly. I'm not going to do a worksheet today. We're not going to do a phonics activity sheet today. But I do want you to continue to work on phonics sheets and put them as you complete them. Put them in your classwork folder. I just want to briefly say a review about past tense verbs. Remember, they are verbs, they are words that show action from the past. For instance, um, you would say, yesterday we traveled. That was in the past. Today, you would say, we traveled today. But that would be present. But a past tense verb would show action of you doing something. What's the past tense verb there? Traveled. Yes. Yesterday, I'm sorry, we traveled. And then, as I said, just continue working on sheet worksheets. And as I said, each day I will not go through every sheet. Um, I will be doing some dictation from some of the sheets and going through some of it, but mostly want to get into a teachable thing with contractions, a teachable moment, introducing adjectives and so forth. Um, Also, I just want to say for the spelling, make sure you go back and do the activity sheets on page in your spelling book, list 25, page 50, and list 26, page 52. Go ahead and complete those as well. Even though we had the spelling test yesterday on list 26, and you'll be writing the spelling words from list 25, just go ahead and complete that. Um, I want to move to our math papers, our math sheets, and I wanted to go over. I wanted to go over page 221, I believe. Uh, I have on the board. I have on the board. Um, oh, forgive me, boys and girls. Just go ahead. Since I have put my directions and everything for that somewhere, um, I will come back to that on Monday. Just continue to do a work with page 221. Sorry. I wish you were here, boys and girls, because if you were here, you would tell me, Miss Byers, look right behind you. There it is. Woo! I miss you, boys and girls, and I love you. Okay, on page 221, as I said, I wanted to go through that sheet because you may not have understood everything that they were asking you to do, even though it's seat work um, activities page. I still want to go through that one. So make sure you have your names on it. Myers, I'm going to start reading. Make sure you have math sheet, page 221. Myers class is reading about the Amazon jungle. Solve the problems to discover what they learn. Write the answers in the colored boxes in the sentences. You will see pink and not pink. Thank you, Briley. Pink, as in ink, and green and orange, the orange boxes. So, number one though is asking to write the numbers, for the Roman numerals, and we know L is 50, and we know that X you count by tens, so that's 50, 60, 70, 80. The answer should be 80 there. Going straight across, the C is what in Roman numerals? 100, so you count by hundreds. So two C's would be 200. For M, the Roman numeral, for M, you count by thousands, so that would be 1,000, 2,000. D stands for 500. Write the number 500. And we know that the V, I or V1 is 6. Number 2, I have on the board because number 2 and 3 has to do with the bottom of the page, and that's why I wanted to go through it so you will understand what they were asking you to do here. It says write the sums and the differences, and I have them on the board, so we're going to do those. There's a plus sign here. They're asking us to add. 5 plus 1 is 6. Bring down to 7. 6 plus 3 is 9. And 1 plus 2 is 3. So the answer should be 3,976. Right here, what are we going to do, boys and girls? We take away. We're going to subtract. So we take away. We take away. We take away. You're going to take 1 from 7, 6. 1 from 7, 6. And 1 from 7. No, 1 from 1. I'm sorry. 1 from 1. If I gave Miss Haley one piece of candy and took it away, she wouldn't have any. So the answer is 66 here. What are we going to do here? What does this tell us? That we need to subtract. We take away. 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 Get up and move around. We take away. We take away. We take away. Okay. 6 from 6. 6 pieces of candy. Blue. Take them away. 4 from 7, or 7 from 4. 3. And 1 from 5. 4. I think I've got it right. 430. Okay, now you would need your ruler. For number 3, it says to measure the line. And you need to make sure that when you measure, you start it right at the beginning where it says start on your ruler. And some rulers say start, some don't, but you start, and the answer should be, I'm going to tell you the answer, what you should have, is 5 and a half. And a lot of times we've had trouble with writing the half. Some of you have been writing the words, but we're going to write it 5 and a half. Okay. At the bottom, that's what I want to emphasize, because you might say, that's confusing to me, Ms. Byers. I don't understand what they're looking for and what they're asking. But they want you to look back at the sums and the differences in number 2 and number 3 to complete the bottom. Put your finger on the little a, and it says, the Amazon jungle covers 5.5 million square kilometers. So you see the yellow there for where you measured the yellow box, so you put 5 what? 5.5 there. B, the Amazon River runs through the jungle. It's about 3,000, orange box, looks orange to me, 3,976. And you may have understood this, but I want to make sure. It's about 3,976 miles long. I see an exclamation point, exclamatory sentence. A man once swam all the way down the river. It took him 66, 66 days. He didn't swim, what, at night. Put your finger on the C. The Amazon is home to nearly what? Green, 430 kinds of mammals. D, and it's purple, so it goes back to number 1, actually. About 80% of the kinds of food we eat first grew in a jungle, like chocolate. Okay, I wanted to go through that to make sure that you understood, because you may have looked at that and say, I don't know what they're saying, but who knows? I have mathematicians in my class, and so you probably just look right at it and say, oh, I've got this. Sounds good. Okay, we're going to stop there with math, and we're going to go right into our science. I mentioned yesterday about the different kinds of layers in the rainforest, the animals that live. I mentioned the animals that live in the rainforest habitat, and I mentioned that there were four different kinds of rainforest habitat. If you look on page 89, and I thought I already had it there, boys and girls. Let me get there. On page 89, you will see, uh, I don't know if you can see it that well, but anyway, there's a picture there, and it has the different kinds of rainforest habitat. They have the forest floor, the emergent layer, the canopy layer, and the understory layer. I just want to mention that they want you to draw lines to the correct rainforest layer. Um, the floor would be at the very bottom because our floor, our floor, our forest floor, I'm sorry, habitat is always located at the bottom.